What is up, YouTube? We're back with another YouTube video, and we're here with a Legend Lost Sector video for the Gilded Precept Legend Lost Sector here. This is where it's at on the map. I'm going to show you how you can get to it. We're just going to spawn down here in Living Harbor and go straight to the right. And then you're just going to make a turn here. Now let's go this way. Make our way past all of this, and then this is going to take us to the Cabal area, kind of like the battleground portion of Neomuna, and you just go straight to your right here, and now you can just go off right there. But here you can see the icon and everything, but if you don't see this on your map, or you don't see it right here in front of you, the little banner flag, what you have to do is actually go right here, jump across, and make your way inside the pyramid little structure, and then just keep jumping through here, and then at some point you'll enter the Lost Sector. It'll say Lost Sector discovered, and then you obviously complete it on normal, and then you'll unlock Legend and Master Lost Sectors. So you can see the bottom left, it says Lost Sector, and here you can start it, kill all the enemies, make your way to the boss room, finish that, and then you'll unlock Legend and Master Lost Sectors for this Lost Sector. But now let's work our way back over here, and then we're going to get into the modifiers, then the loadout, and then the actual gameplay. So now that we're up here, we're going to cross over to the modifiers. So here's our Legend difficulty modifiers. We have shielded foes. You will face combatants with solar and void shields. You don't have to worry too much about the solar shields, but I'm going to go into that a little more detail when you get to the loadout portion. But Legend modifiers are locked loadouts and extra shields. Equipment locked. You won't be able to change your equipment after this activity starts. Limited revives. Barrier and unstoppable champions. Arc threat. You got 25% increase to incoming arc damage, so this is damage the enemies do. Scorched earth is enemies throw grenades significantly more often. And weapon overcharges from the seasonal artifact are active in this activity. Kinetic weapons do increased damage when your subclass element matches an active surge, and that's something we are taking advantage of because we're using Void Surge or Void subclass, and that matches the Void Surge. So 25% bonus to outgoing Void damage. Strand Surge 25% bonus to outgoing strand damage, and then Overcharge Glaive, which is 25% bonus to glaive damage. Now, recommended power 1830, but 1817 like me, you should be good. Enhancement core is uncommon, and if completed solo, exotic chest armor is rare. So now we're going to go over the loadout. So here's the loadout we're using. It's pretty much the exact same loadout as yesterday's. So Void subclass, and we're running Shadow Shot, Mobius Quiver, Marksman Dodge, Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, Vortex Grenade, Vanishing Step, Stylix Executioner, and Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Remnants, Echo of Undermining, and Echo of Reprisal. For my kinetic weapon, I'm running Battle Scar again, and I'm running it with Kinetic Tremors and Perpetual Motion. If you don't have this, I recommend trying to get a roll with Kinetic Tremors at least, but if not, use any Kinetic Pulse Rifle, anything like Peace of Mind from before Lightfall and everything from last year, but any Kinetic Pulse Rifle will work. But in the secondary slot, I'm running Doom of Chelchis, and it's a Void Scout Rifle, and this is for unstoppable champions, just so I can stun them. You can use other ways of stunning champions. Feel free to just look here in game, but I'm just gonna do it very easily, just so everybody can keep up when it comes to using the weapons. So that's what Scout Rifle is for. And if you don't have this specific one, again, any Void Scout can work. Another thing you can do is if you want to use something like a Void Pulse Rifle, then put a Scout Rifle in your kinetic. All options that you could do, just use whatever you're comfortable with and what you're used to. So that's why I'm using Unstoppable Scout Rifle for that. Now, in my heavy slot, I'm using Deterministic Chaos because I used it yesterday, and I was pretty surprised with how it did. So I'm just gonna run it here. I just like it because it's an LMG. It can carry a good amount of ammo, and it does some decent boss damage, and it can synergize pretty well with my Gerfalcons and the Void build I have. So that's why I'm using that. But if you don't want to use this, I just recommend using a void weapon or a strand weapon. That way you can take advantage of surges. So if you have something like circular logic, that's a good option as well. Void rocket launcher, like red herring, maybe. I haven't tried it, but this is just what I'm going to be using. Now, when it comes to armor, pretty much same thing as yesterday. My helmet, I got ashes to assets, so we gain super energy on grenade kills. Kinetic siphon and void siphon, so rapid kinetic weapon blows and rapid void weapon final blows both create orbs of power. Then firepower, your grenade final blows create orbs of power. And then grenade kickstart, when your grenade energy is fully expended, you gain grenade energy. And then additionally, your armor charge is consumed and you gain additional grenade energy for each stack. Then we have charged up, and this increases the maximum number of stacks of armor charge you can carry by 1. So we have 2 of those. And then we have void damage resistance, because actually this was from yesterday. Since it's an arc damage thing, I'll probably just do that. Okay, maybe I can't because I have that. I don't have enough energy, but if that's something you have and you want to do, you can do some arc damage resistance, so you can take less damage from that. But I'm just not going to worry too much about it. When it comes to my legs, I have better already, and this is your health begins to regenerate immediately after picking up an orb of power. So I know when I pick up orbs, I'm going to be healed. And this is important too, because like I said, we're generating a lot of orbs. We're using them to get damage boost, but we're also using it to heal ourselves. So the orbs are doing a lot. Void weapon surge. Your void weapons gain a small bonus to damage while you have an armor charge. And remember, we get armor charges by picking up orbs of power. And then kinetic weapon surge is the same thing. Now, when it comes to my cloak, we got time dilation, and this just helps make our decaying armor charge last a little longer. And then Bomber reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. So if I use my grenade and then I dodge and stuff like that to survive or whatever, it's just going to help reduce the cooldown just a little bit. So that's the build right there. I think I forgot to mention this yesterday, but here's my artifact just in case if you want to see anything. Because I know some of these bonuses do work here. Like that's how you get your anti-barrier pulse rifle as well as unstoppable scout rifle from the artifact. Shatter orbs, I'm also using this, but there's no void. Actually, there is void shields here. So when you break a void shield with a void weapon, it'll generate an orb of power. And void weapon channeling, you gain a temporary boost to, or temporary bonus to void weapon damage after you defeat a target with a void weapon. While at least one of your void abilities is fully charged, this damage bonus increases based on the number of fully charged void abilities you have. So those are my main 2 that I'm going to be rocking. So now with that said, we're going to start the Lost Sector. Now that we've started the Lost Sector, right off the bat in this first room, you're going to have some red health bar enemies as well as an unstoppable champion. He's going to be on the right side here. He usually just walks down these stairs, but looks like he's coming around the right, or I don't know what he's doing. I'm just going to take this time right now to just get rid of some ads. Is he coming around now? Just gonna stun him and just do some damage with the machine gun. Let's get ready to stun him again because the fire is gonna be super annoying. This nade should finish him, so I'm not gonna pay too much attention. Alright, I guess it's not. He's almost dead. There we go. Let me just pick this up. Now we're gonna be left with some red health bar enemies. Nothing too crazy. Now here we're gonna have that. Now once you kill these 2, the door behind them is gonna open. Now you're gonna go here, go to your left, and there's gonna be 2 red health bar enemies. And then just deal with them, obviously. There we go. Now let's just jump. Make your way this way. Now this room is gonna be pretty annoying. I think this is probably the hardest room, and then I say the boss room is like the second hardest room. But here you're just gonna have a whole bunch of ads running around, so just take it easy. I recommend just staying back here no matter what, because you can just quickly get overwhelmed, and if you get shot at like every enemy at the same time, they're most likely gonna leave you one shot, and I don't know. I'm just trying to play it safe and not have to worry too much about that. So that's why I'm sitting back here. And obviously if you're going for like a solo flawless run, you can do the same thing. But I'm going to move up a little bit, because at some point an honored centurion and a champion is going to spawn. A berry champion is going to spawn right here to my right. That's when you want to back up again, because more ads are going to come into the room. The barrier champion is going to be super annoying, because he can honestly like melt you with his gun. They're going to spawn now, and there's going to be enemies back here, so keep that in mind. There we go. You can see that barrier champion, like I said, he's going to rip right through all your armor and stuff. But let's get rid of some ads around. And there's also going to be him and a honored centurion. And if you'll notice, both of them are glowing. They kind of have like this shine to them. Let me just try to show you real quick. The centurion, he's up there. You can kind of see it. So they're going to drop these orbs, I guess you can call them. But I think in game they're called balloons. And they're going to require you to put them in like these... what do you call it? I had the word earlier, but these things back here, monoliths, whatever you want to call it, just back there, you're gonna have to deposit them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing damage to this champion. I'm just gonna tether, to be honest. It's pretty annoying. Let's see if I can get a stun. There we go. Just use my machine gun. Oh, I had to reload. That's really bad. Kind of fumbled that damage that I could have done. But we're going to stun him again. Let's go for it again. And I could get a finisher, but I'm just going to go for that. Now, you can leave that on the ground here. You can see this honored centurion. He's going to pull up now. And I might as well just try to get rid of him. Just like that. So now that both are on the ground, we're going to leave that there for now and just deal with these ads. Let me just dodge so I can get a little grenade energy, and then start dealing with this. There we go. You can see still got a whole lot of ads around, so if I want to dunk that, I would instantly just start getting shot at. Honored Scions in the back, pretty annoying as well. Let's get rid of these enemies. And I would be running for the orbs, to be honest, but it's kind of risky. But when I go invisible, I can definitely do it. But as you can see, all the ads are dead now. And we can go pick these up and deposit them. So we're going to carry it. And they're going to highlight where they want you to deposit. So let's just interact. And then we're going to work our way back up here. And we're just going to deposit here. Now, I believe this opens the boss room. Or, okay, I guess not. This, I think, is the boss room. Okay, I'm just don't... Oh, I forgot about this room. Okay, this has an unstoppable champion as well as... There's another void shielded enemy here. Let me dodge and run over here. Just because that unstoppable champion is annoying. I'm going to stun it. Try to deal with these other enemies. Try to stun it again. There we go. Now, I have a good amount of heavy, but I'm going to try to save some for the boss fight, because for the boss I'm just gonna use nothing but heavy, or at least that's what I'm gonna try to do. But you can see this unstoppable champion does not care. Just as long as you have weapons ready to stun, you should be fine. This is not looking too good. I'm trying to see if I can do a finisher, but his health isn't getting low enough. There we go. Let's just do that. Then we run up here. And this, I believe, after these enemies, is going to be the boss room. Another Honor Centurion. I'm just using heavy. I could care less about these enemy types. Yeah, you can see the boss behind the door here. But wait a minute, that's not the boss, because as soon as you do that, looking for the dropship, there we go. I'm just gonna instantly tether and then just start firing up the machine gun or whatever heavy you're using. But he is doing arc damage, so keep that in mind. That is gonna be hitting you. Hold on, I gotta get to a safe spot. Like right here. And you could drop on either side. I could have gone to the right side here as well, but I just figured let me just move over to the left because of these guys. You can also run all the way back here, which is another option that I probably should have done. But you live and you learn. Do a finisher on this guy. He's super annoying. They drop me heavy, so that's pretty useful. Dogs are gonna push you. Here's the other one. So you're pretty much just doing ad control like mid-boss fight. But you're gonna get to a certain point, and once you kill all the ads, you will like only have the boss alive. So if you're willing to put that effort into killing the ads, and you'll have an easier boss kill instead of just trying to do it now with all these enemies shooting at you. That's unfortunate. Just gonna get that kill. Just gonna use this to try to get rid of this enemy faster because he's gonna be annoying every time I try to go for cover. So yeah, there, and then this guy. You can see I can kind of hit his crit there without having to take damage from him. Just like that. Now that he's dead, I'm gonna get rid of this Scion. And then there's just more ads next to the boss. Now I'm not worried too much about those ads. I'm just gonna wait until that little stun thing he does is over, and then just focus on him here. I'm about to get another tether, so that's gonna be useful. Just gonna wait a bit, then just tether. And there we go. Now you can see we got some enemies back here. And I'm just gonna try to get rid of them pretty fast. Just gonna use my heavy since we're pretty much done with the lost sector. So yeah, pretty easy like that. 9 minutes. This one's definitely farmable, I would say. So if you're trying to farm anything today, I'd recommend doing it on this one. And I even got an exotic, so that's a pretty good run. 10 minutes, 2 seconds, not bad. Let me just show you guys me claiming the Triumph real quick, just so you can see it. And I also still have to claim this on Lost Sectors, so if you're trying to get this done, today I think is definitely a day where you can farm it and just get all 5 done in one day. But there are other easier ones coming up, so keep that in mind. But let me go to, I think it's over here, the Neomuna expiration, and then Gilded right here. So that's gonna do it for the video. I'm gonna claim it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/monkeysham0, link in the description. Ring the bell so you don't miss another YouTube video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.